Hey, Lin well met friends, Andang here for another episode of Fellowship of the Creeps, episode 43. We are getting close to our every 5 episodes. We now decided we're going to actually be doing a class-only playthrough, and so we're getting ready for our 45 class playthrough, and then of course our 50 all-warg stealth pack of awesomeness that's going to happen for our 1 year anniversary. So we're really excited about both those things. And we will be sure to let you all know about more information when it comes up. And so, alright, what I did this week. This week has been a really, really busy week because I started my second year of college, which has a ton of busy written all over it. And so it went pretty well, actually, but I definitely stayed way more busy than I've been in a long time. But I did actually get some stuff done. Those of you that follow LOTRO players would know that we did have a review of Wildermore this last week, and so that can be found on LOTROplayers.com under LOTRO Players News in the podcast section. And I also scrimmed a bit with Pineleaf and Mist, testing out some live stream stuff for the Fellowship Walk. And did some other things, which leads me to my next topic, which is that we actually have a special guest on this show. We have Mist from LOTROplayers.com. So welcome, Mist.
Hey there, how are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm ecstatic. I finally got a level 85 character.
Yep, that is nice, getting the creep auto level there. Alright, and so Mist, if you want to, real quickly, once we get inside this building, talk about what you do over at LOTROplayers.com.
Okay, what do I do? Not a lot, actually, at the moment. I'm actually one of the writers there, and I do some guides up, and I do some puzzles and things like that. However, all that's sort of fallen by the wayside at the moment because I'm organising the Fellowship Walk with a couple of other people that you might know, yourself and Pineleaf and Lilykate, and that tends to take all my time at the moment. So, but yeah, and I'm also the events director for Lotro Players. So that's what I do or try to do.
Well, I would consider the Fellowship Walk to be an event.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely very, very busy with that.
Yes, and we've had some good news as far as that goes this week, and we've got a couple of more people offering to help do stuff for it and that, so it's going really well, and been cooking and farming and all sorts of wonderful things for it, so it's been good.
Okay, cool. And for those, because we actually have quite a bit of audience that probably doesn't know what the Fellowship Walk is, if you could real quickly describe what the Fellowship Walk is, what it's, what we're raising money for, all that stuff.
Okay, so the Fellowship Walk is an in-game walk from Bag End to Rivendell, where we follow closely to Frodo's footsteps, and we raise money for charity. This year we're doing Child's Play, an international children's charity, and we do this by real life auctions, and they're going to be hosted on the Lotro Players site. There's some in-game stuff that we'll be auctioning off, and as well as some real world stuff. So all monies raised go straight to Child's Play. We don't actually have we don't keep any of the money at all. So we're hoping to raise $5,000, and that will see us to Rivendell. And how we determine how far we walk is determined by how much money at that stage that we raise. So it is a very worthwhile event. And it should be a lot of fun this year. This is the first year that we've actually organised it. Unfortunately, Golden Star couldn't do it again this year, so we took up the banner. And hopefully it'll be just as good as every other year and maybe a little bit better. So that's what the Fellowship Walk's all about, raising money for children. And what Child's Play do is they then get games and things for the kids in hospital. So they'll get video games and books and stuff like that for them.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a worthwhile cause to be joining in that, and the Fellowship Walk actually starts in a little bit less than a month. The kickoff event is on the 22nd, and I believe it starts officially on the 23rd, so be on the lookout for that. There'll be a ton more news coming out on LOTROplayers.com for information about that. Alright, and Mist, what did you do this week in LOTRO?
I think I just told you, Fellowship Walk. That's pretty much all I do. Although I did get to skirmish a bit with you and Pine Leaf, which was fun this morning, I think. I'm not sure, I was still half asleep. But yeah, basically just Fellowship Walk stuff. And I did get to play at Ales and Tales this week on Landravol as well. So that was fun. And Fellowship Walk, crafting. Lots and lots of crafting.
Alright, awesome. And we're going to go ahead and take the other outpost to the south, and I don't think everyone had the quest, so next time let's make sure we share that quest, assuming anybody has it.
You're the only person who didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, share it with me, please, next time.
I didn't have it either.
Aha, there we go.
By the looks of it, you did, unless someone shared it.
Oh, I already have maximum number of quests. Let me cancel one.
That would explain it.
Okay.
I swim butterfly.
Yep. Reavers definitely do that. They had a lot of fun with the swimming animations on Creepside.
Sorry, I've just never seen anyone do butterfly.
Yeah, there's not much point us being here for this outpost.
There's a raid here now.
Yeah, let's probably try somewhere else, because it's going to be a waste of time us both being here.
Well, let's just take it and see if any freeps show up. They might know something we don't. Alright, and let's just go ahead and go straight up to the top, since they'll be joining us.
Unless they're not.
Hopefully they'll join us. Let's stop here and wait and see if they come up.
And you ran off without me, and I don't know where to go.
If you go back backwards, there's a bridge that you can go up, but you have to go up the land side first and then come back up the bridge.
No, we have. Oh, Pine Bait died.
Alright, and Shurs, what have you done this week?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't actually played any games this week at all. Well, aside from a little Total War, but nothing LOTRO. I did do a couple of articles on it, which is interesting, but I haven't actually played it at all.
Why don't you go ahead and talk about the controversial or mysterious article, I guess we should say.
Right, well, it was, I think, yesterday, or the day before yesterday, people on Contains Moderate Peril had reported on a set of perceived to be leaked maps from Helm's Deep, the expansion for LOTRO, obviously. And they looked pretty legit to me because they were almost identical to ones that were leaked for Rise of Isengard and ones for Rise of Rohan. So this is a regular leak that seems to happen. Anyway, after taking a look at them, I decided to use the main map for the whole expansion area and add in some of the interesting locations that are notable in Rohan, like Helm's Deep and Edoras and such. I should note that, like I point out in the article, this is not confirmed by Turbine as actually being part of the expansion, and even if it is, it's always open to change because they haven't even got an open beta yet.
Yeah, and you actually discovered another map that somebody made combining your version of the map that you found, so if you want to talk about that real quick.
Yes, this was actually just today I found it. Someone on the forums had merged the map that I edited that was found by somebody else, and then the incomplete version of Riders of Rohan last year. And if they put them together, and it looks quite complete in terms of no seams or anything like that. It lets you compare the sizes a lot, and looking at it, you can definitely see that there is a lot of content in landscape that we'll be getting. I think I would actually say that West Rohan is bigger.
I'd almost say it's double, almost. It is pretty stinking big.
Interesting to note that we'll be getting another side of Fangorn, so that's 3.
Alright, share the quest please real quick. I had 40 earlier.
So yeah, that's if you
Awesome.
don't mind being spoiled, you can always take a look at that. Bear that in mind that it won't necessarily be what you get when it goes live.
Right.
The other article I wrote this week is a new series I decided to start called Monster Menagerie. It's similar to the one I do for pets, where I take a look at the various abilities they have, except this one is based on the mobs you encounter, like on a landscape, general ones. I decided to start with the white just because we fight them quite a lot, more than perhaps we should. It's not completely formal, as Reddit would be able to tell you. It's more looking at the different skills they have, ones to watch out for. They can be. I'll probably be doing this alongside my pets one, which should be up soon. I'm not sure I'll be going through every single type of mob. Certain ones are almost identical, but the bulk types we'll be encountering, like bears and such, I will go through each of them, point out their abilities, maybe how you can counter them.
So you're not doing the Lilicate's creatures style approach where you cover every single version of every single animal in the Shire?
No. It's also a bit less cutesy.
Yeah, I have to say I really like the idea for the article. It definitely fits in well with the series you're already doing, and I'm excited to see what becomes of it. There were a lot of good tips there.
Yeah. And other than those two, that's really all I've done.
All right, awesome. And let's see, Pineleaf, what have you done this week in LOTRO?
Alright, what have I done? Alright, start with my burglar. My burglar reached level 85, which that now I have at least one character at 85 for each of the classes.
That's very impressive. I don't know anyone else that can claim that. There probably is somebody, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure there are several people who've done that. I think I get the impression that there are some people there who have people of each class that are Thanes of Hoodbald, which
God.
Anyway, so my burglar's now 85. My burglar has the first 5 pieces of armor, courtesy of my warden and minstrel. I have one more piece to pick up tomorrow, which the burglar can will be able to do by himself, since there's a burglar piece that's really early on the earning list.
Why are we here?
Freeps. I was just checking to see if there were freeps over here.
Yeah, it's
Right.
probably best not to, because they seem to have the outnumber buff at the moment. We don't want to really... Oh, great. It's Nimue.
Oh,
And
there's
a
one.
whole bunch of freaks,
Uh-oh.
so we should...
Yep, we need to
Find
back
step.
out. Everybody back out.
Okay, well, it looks like I have to back out the
I'm sure this is a great surprise to anyone, but
Usual
first
way.
death goes to Pine Leaf.
Even with a rank 0 Reaver.
Yeah.
And you should have a charge miss that allows you to sprint real fast if you want to use
Yeah.
that.
Yes, that is showing. That shows you how well I die on Creep side. I even beat Mist.
Yeah, isn't it going to be scary if my creep turns out to be the best character I ever play and hardly ever die?
That would be
Well-
pretty funny.
Right. Now the other thing is our burglar does have new weapon rating, which we'll be picking up tomorrow, and that's
There's
because
Freeps following us again, and it's going after Mist.
Okay, let's go straight into the building. Everybody follow me into the building. Try to heal Mist to keep her alive.
The only thing that's going to save him is a bubble. And now I'm getting hit, so...
my captain on Arkenstone ran several skirmishes. This
I'm
was
gonna
both.
keep running Mist. And I'm going to need help. I won't be able to keep this up.
Yeah, I'm healing her too. Once we get
We should
inside,
actually
we
kill
should
it.
have an advantage.
Let's just kill it.
Well, I want to keep Mist alive. Alright, come on inside.
Oh, I got in here before you did.
It's not. There's no point really. They're not going to follow us inside the actual keep.
Okay, let's find Nimue now that we have Pine again with us.
Like that'll make a big difference.
We got a ward
Honey.
too.
That walk is dead.
Well, thank you for keeping me alive. That was pretty
As you can
awesome.
see, that's what epic conclusion does.
Yep, she took out that ward pretty
yeah,
quick.
That must have
with
been
strong
about-
emphasis on the conclusion.
Alright, I'm gonna turn in a
That was-
quest in here real quick.
That was about 8-9k, I expect.
Yep. At least I would say. Alright, so yeah, Pineleaf, what else have you done this week?
Alright, my captain ran several skirmishes. This was both to earn a few more marks on Arkenstone, since that's the server which I'm always low on marks in, and work on my Skirmisher Middle Earth deed. Now my minstrel on Arkenstone reached level 48 and continued questing with the academy in Forakel.
Very nice.
And my minstrel on Landreval reached level 42 while doing a skirmish or two with Mist and Andang.
Yep, that was a lot of fun. Ooh, they took an outpost.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing that.
That's,
Probably. So everybody come out this door over here.
door is
And we'll just drop out the window on the front.
And you might as well come backwards.
We'll wait up here for them. So what else, Pineleaf?
alright, let's see. Alright, on my Runekeeper finished up the epic in Wildermore. And I decided to conclude the series I was running on YouTube there.
Oh, you finished the series?
Yeah.
Very nice. So you just did the epic, right?
Yeah, because I just didn't feel like doing the whole thing on all of Wildermore on my Runekeeper.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard you had a lot of trouble with that, so.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get back to that after I improve my...
Freep ahead.
Yeah, don't know what they're doing.
I don't either,
Oh, it's
but.
Nimue again.
Yep.
And it's gonna kill one of us.
Most likely.
Ah, targeting missed. Do it. Finally, please tell me you put your
Buff
vacation
on.
buff on.
Oh, I keep on forgetting that thing.
You only have
Hey.
so many skills. See, this is proof that lowering the amount of skills is not a bad thing.
Surprisingly, he actually survived that epic conclusion though.
Yeah, that was very
Well, I
impressive,
think-
actually.
I think I had the
Bubble still?
buff up by the time the epic conclusion came.
Okay, cool. Heals on
Mist is gonna
mist.
die now.
Yep,
So they
Hooray.
have said
very
that.
nice.
I know that's like one free on all of us, but it's still impressive that no one died.
Yeah, it is, especially with a low rank and Pine Leaf without a buff.
And that Runekeeper, because that's a particularly
Yep.
deadly one.
Yep.
Now, as for wardens, on Landreval, my warden just ran a couple of skirmishes. Surprise, surprise. Well, yeah, just a couple of group skirmishes there. And I think covers just about everything because I spent most of my time on my burglar this last week.
Alright, very nice. And since we
Looks
are
like a DG
at DG,
where the relic is.
okay.
Oh, and the mine is just one.
Okay. So since this is a PvP show, I do want to talk about the class changes and how they affect PvP a little bit. I do only want to keep it to the PvP answer, so it shouldn't be that too much of a talk. But we could talk about, limiting the skills and how that affects it as well. So, Shurs, what are your thoughts so far on the changes that are coming to creep side? I want to emphasize that a little bit.
Well, there's obviously not a whole lot to talk about because we didn't hear too much about PvP. But one of the things they mentioned was about corruptions, which are things you can slot that, well, some of them will give a positive and a negative. And they'll be adding something that gives a set bonus based on what corruptions you have slotted. Now, they haven't actually said what kind of bonuses they will be or anything like that, but considering that originally I was led to believe that we wouldn't be getting much of anything beyond maybe a couple of bug fixes or some buffs, a little bit of buffs, it is nice to know we'll be getting something with this expansion.
They did make it pretty clear that until the free changes stabilize, they're not going to bother doing much with the creeps.
Which
Yeah,
does make sense,
But I'm still not happy about it.
because they don't know how weak or powerful they are yet. If it's really obvious during beta, they might change something, but we'll have to see. We don't even
but
know if
how
they're going to
much-
have a beta
how-
yet, technically.
How much creep play is there usually in beta?
Quite a bit, actually. It's less in expansion beta, but there is actually quite a bit, and sometimes Turbine even asks for it. It's one of the specific things they ask for sometimes.
Yeah. Actually, in Rohan beta they did pretty well at that, I thought.
Yeah, they did a great job of asking and making sure that the PvP players were playing the game.
I actually saw the devs in the malls doing that.
Yep.
But
So
anyway, we'll see whether it helps us any. But I'm just glad that we'll be getting more than, as I said, we didn't originally be getting much of anything.
Right.
Oh, Misty's gonna
Oh,
die.
there's
Misty's
another
gonna
one?
die. It's
I didn't
Nimue
realize
again.
there was another one.
Yeah, definitely want to focus heal Nimue on Nimue's target.
Yep.
Heal the Freep.
Now let's heal the Freep. It'll be much better.
Well, wouldn't you
Freep's
don't
got
have
enough healing.
forwarding so that if you were
Yeah, it
targeting
would.
Nimue, you'd hit Nimue's target automatically?
No, you heal yourself automatically.
Oh, okay,
And
it's not-
Nimue's dead again.
Yay!
Oh, I thought.
I-
Well, they
It's
do
kind
have.
of
They don't have a
telling that-
switch for target forwarding.
Well, it depends on what your settings are, but anyway.
It's kind of telling that that was one Freep, a squishy arcade, that managed to live that long and kill what, 2 Freeps?
Mhm.
Creeps?
Yep. But I think part of it's that they're balancing it with, say, probably around rank 10 or maybe even higher. But the problem is
Yeah,
that there
that's
aren't that many
definitely-
players that are that high of a rank, and so they can't balance it that high yet, I don't think.
Yeah, previously it used to be balanced to about a rank 6 or 7 creep.
Yep.
And then after update 10 it jumped to about 7 or 8. Yeah,
I'd
higher
say
rank.
8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah. Is why you'll hear some creeps thinking it's balanced because they happen to be playing very high ranks.
Yep.
I would estimate the average creep rank is about 7. 7 or 8 maybe.
Right. So, do we think
But-
that them limiting the skills, if that'll add more balance, or they'll just still be overpowered but with less skills?
I think
Well, how many of the
if they
skills do they
if-
use in PvP?
A good PvP player tries to use all their skills, or as many as they can.
If they go exactly by what they've said they're going to do, which is to say you'll be being more pure than anything, then I think it will be an end to the sort of warden situation we have now, where they can be uber survivability while bleeding you to death with huge.
Yeah, I think the
damage.
main thing is that while they might be more powerful in their specialization, they're not going to be an everything class anymore, which is
Yeah,
a
exactly.
really, really big deal.
Which is the major problem with like room keepers, which can DPS heavily, but they can just drop and start spam healing and even manage well doing that. Minstrels, especially, I think that it'll put an end to. What might end up being imbalanced is that, like, say, a DPS focused creep will be able to DPS harder than any creep healer can manage, or conversely, a creep healer will be able to heal more than any creep DPSer can DPS through.
Well, we don't know what they're doing with the corruptions yet either, so...
Yeah, that's just a theory of how it might otherwise be imbalanced, but I think that's easier to deal with than an everything class like we have now.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem is that even if you deal with some of the everything classes, other everything classes would still be a problem, so... Limiting them to one thing makes it be a lot easier to balance, for sure, I think.
I think it
Well,
is.
more like specializing in one area than limiting them.
Yeah. I
Right.
think if they do change it to a specializing, it will overall be more balanced, and there'll be a good opportunity to rebalance everything as it is.
Yep, it should be a lot easier at the very least, so...
Yeah.
The problem is balancing the 3 builds, because they could have one that's really, really awesome, and then 2 that are not awesome.
Something they discussed for hunters, actually. One of the builds, they'll have a immobile, just stand there and DPS the heck out of it, which shouldn't be too much of a problem anymore, because obviously you need to be moving around a lot, especially as a hunter.
Right.
They'll also have a second one, which is the blue line, I believe, where they can be mobile while inducting.
The shield surfer
Quite
line,
right.
yep.
Yeah, but
you
they
won't do as much
reduce
damage,
their range.
likely.
No, it's reduce their range, is what he said.
Yeah, I
Yep.
doubt I doubt they'll do as much damage as someone who just stands there. But obviously they'll be able to move around a lot. We'll have to see how they balance that kind of stuff so that creeps can have ways to catch up instead of being kited to infinity.
Right.
So the question is how they're going to manage to buff up the yellow line so that, which is
Yes,
of
well,
course
there's that too. But I was thinking more of a PvP based.
Well, yeah, the
looking at it.
line's probably not going to. No, I have a feeling that a lot of the trap skills are going to be under the yellow line, so they're. Yeah, you're right. Traps probably aren't going to be used as heavily in PvP. They'll
It
probably
would
more
be
used
cool to see one that used traps heavily and then maybe involve a burglar or something. That would be a terrible dynamic, I think, if you have a hunter that lays traps heavy and then have a burglar that's all stealth.
I think it would be good to have, you know, that option. So if you say a hunter and you want to use emphasis on crowd control to win fights, then you'll be able to do that. Whereas now you're basically a hunter that DPSs and you can have slightly better crowd control.
And the cool part is,
Yes.
in raiding, if you have scouts, then you can actually change. They can actually change their build on the fly to get a good idea of like what's ahead and what they need to do.
Actually, that is a kind of point of contention, really. Will they say you can change your build whenever you're out of combat? If that takes place in the moors as well, freaks will be able to get out of combat and switch to their healing build or switch to the DPS build, and then that'll be a severe advantage I have over us because we can't do that.
Well, the Defiler gets to change between a healer and a reser, so you know we already have part of that. With our 30-minute, 2-minute long cooldowns, yeah.
It'll be basically an even stronger version of the gear swapping thing they have now, except it will be in combat, obviously.
Yep, it'll be interesting to see how they get it to work.
It has potential, say that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we have both relics, but I'm just wanting to do... We haven't taken out this place in a long time, so...
If we ever have.
I think we did once.
Interrupted.
I'm not sure.
Nice one. Bread
Breeding Terror.
So much better names than what the Freeps get.
Yep. Alright, my bags are still full, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I have one slot left open.
Alright, Anding's doing his best to make sure that I can never resummon my spider, I see.
I'll make sure to wait for the next one. I didn't realize you didn't have them.
Looks like I was out of combat, so I was able to.
See, the spider can go out of combat and switch builds. Huh?
Well, that's not really a build, is it?
No, it's not at all the same. But it's still kind of fun to... I can see that in the forums be an argument.
Yeah.
I mean, a spider's just like a lore master, I'm sure.
That's actually a better argument than some of the ones I've seen.
Probably.
Like, Warden's a balance. I can't kill you while surviving, you know, a whole raid's worth of DPS.
Right, but if they get one more person there, then everything's messed up. It's just so ridiculous.
Like, the fact that they can survive a raid's worth of DPS in itself isn't, you know, bad.
Right.
Yeah, that's an exaggeration of raids with DPS, they would probably die very quickly, but still.
Yeah, they can easily last 6 people.
If they blow everything, definitely.
As we've proven on this show.
Yeah.
Because their health doesn't even hardly budge with 6 people. So even higher ranks, I think, would still have a problem.
Now, are we ever going to start posting a fellowship maneuver in the window?
No,
Finally, that would mean we actually have a strategy. Come on.
we're not organised.
Well, yes, that I've noticed.
The Mist is doing a good job of hitting every one of her 5 skills.
Yeah. I'm still surprised she hasn't died yet, has she?
Yes, but that's been because I've had some good healing. So.
Even still, that's quite a feat.
How often we died in our first episodes.
Right.
We had Ivan with us as well, so.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting good loot from this.
If I could actually take it, yeah.
Well, you've got the hour, haven't you?
Well, I suppose.
Oh, that outgroup Reaver is good. I'll try inviting him to group.
Who?
Fungus Foot.
Okay.
I'm sure he won't catch anything of it. You can stop shooting arrows.
Rank 6, that's pretty good actually.
Got a full group.
Yep.
Kill
If the
this
Warg would have been
wolf.
here, we would have had a full group a long time ago.
Yeah, it's always the Warg's fault.
Uh-huh. But it is nice having the double DPS.
So how we'll use that excuse when it comes to the Warganite. In the Defiler. Because we won't have one.
Right. It'd still be the Warg's fault. So are we doing the Black Arrow next? Is that what we talked about?
I thought that was the plan, so we do like say ranged melee.
Yep.
Good. Varied. Hopefully
So
it
yeah,
runs
that will
its up
be-
because otherwise we won't have any experience liaison.
So yeah, that'll be episode 5, I believe. Or 45, I mean.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the last number. Anyway. Ah, they claimed an outpost.
One that's pretty close to here, so I
Yep.
expect us to be rolled.
Maybe. So be careful pulling too much. Watch out for that.
Yeah, pine bait.
Alright.
Oh well, there you go.
Well, we can. I'm sure they won't show up until we get around this corner.
Yeah.
We haven't been exactly, you know, losing a lot of health or power, so.
Yeah, we have enough healing. But that's because there's no freaks here. And having 3 outposts helps.
Yep.
Good.
Maybe they took the second outpost.
Yep, they're very close by. Yep, freaks here. Or a freak, and it is Beyond Win. Mini, low rank.
Alright, let's focus on the
Right
mini.
here. Load.
Try to slow him
it
down.
stopped. Done it. We have to go through the whole keep to kill it. I will do it.
Yep, it's worth it if we have to drop out, because we'll just go take outposts or something. Because we've probably already been called out, so we probably need to get out of here anyway
They're
after
gonna
we kill
flop
him.
because it is a mini.
Yeah, let's try to interrupt.
Load.
Keep chasing Pine Leaf. You're doing a good job. There we go.
we go.
Okay, everybody out the window.
Ah. Nice kill, Pine Leaf.
Everybody out the window.
Because that sure as heck wasn't my DPS doing it.
Alright, let's go ahead and kill this stuff off.
They're gonna get. Well, we're gonna get called out.
Probably.
We might wanna just jump on the cliff or run to Grotham.
Yeah, we'll see what we get called out with.
3 full raids.
And somehow Mist would still survive.
Well,
Yeah.
that's in a perfect world.
Oh, that was nice, actually.
Bad. Fine bait.
Pine Leaf's just pulling everybody. Alright, let's just take out this one and then we'll run off the other two.
Can't reach that pine. Here we go. Pine bait's living now. Or did he just die?
Bait's there.
No, he's over here being weird.
No.
But for some reason when I selected Pine Leaf, it automatically took me to... Or when I selected Pine Bait, it took me to Pine Leaf.
I'm not sure what our Reaver friend is doing. Let me keep.
Yeah, well, he doesn't hear voice, so...
You'll find us when he's dead.
Ooh, they took the south outpost too. Now we're at a disadvantage.
We're at a disadvantage when we had 3.
That's true.
I thought we were at disadvantage when we had all of them.
Well, Pine Leaf died, so
Only
yeah.
Only against Wardens. Right. Where are we heading to? Take an outpost?
Yep. And it
Yeah,
looks
to
like our
Grotham and then down
Reaver
to
friend's about to...
Outdoors.
Yeah. All right. I hardly ever go up this way, and I think most players don't come up this way either.
The last time I came here, I was in Grotham on my spider. A captain ran in, and I chased it all the way from Grotham, all the way up to where we just were in that Ostring deer, on foot, just constantly throwing dots on them, and then they sprinted, and then I had just stunned them. I killed them just outside the keep.
Well, I think a lot of people come up to Grotham, but not a lot of people come up that way. They come from Ardor's End.
Yeah, and
or...
not a lot of people come back either.
Well, that's true.
Quests get. Guess they killed the NPCs again.
Oh, I have
Yeah,
a-
they did.
I have a
Dang
question
it.
to turn in here.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
the
NPCs.
the goblin died.
They killed both of them.
Goblin
They
died?
Yep.
Yeah, Freeps have a quest to kill both quest NPCs that we have.
I wish we had a quest to bring them back, so that we could bring them back quicker.
Thing is, like, we have one to kill theirs, the mayor, obviously, but the thing is, the mayor responds like 5 seconds later.
Right.
Whereas ours take about 10 minutes. Oh, we just took Outdoors End, so...
Yep, so we can head south to the other one. Down the
I
river.
mean, they aren't already there. But you can always kill breaks.
If somebody wants to scout the other base.
Really nice to have a walk for that.
We are without a wog. I guess I'll just scout it. Since it's right here.
Defiler is the second best scout.
Clearly. Well, I have all my good maps, so that's part of good scouting, I suppose. Yeah, they're not here, but I want to double, triple, sure. Yep, Troll's safe and sound.
Eyes in deep. The outpost, I mean.
Yep.
We're probably already there, but worth checking.
There's a creep going up the hill on the other side.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. I
I
pulled
run
the
fast.
Drake by accident.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yay. Oh, that's cool. You can actually see the water going under the frozen stuff.
Oh, they just took River Outpost. We're into another OP wall.
Mm-hmm. It's one thing I don't like about there no longer being 5 outposts. Because usually with 5, you'd be able to, there's a meeting location where they're in between the two.
Okay, by the looks of it, there's no creeps here. So we're going to have to take this one.
Hopefully the
cannot-
Freeps are on their way.
We can't hope to fight them with 3 blues.
We can try. Let's hope the other creeps are coming up here too. The NPCs just reset, so I think that there was
Let that patrol pass.
a dude here.
Yeah. 4 freeps in Grimwood. Hopefully that's the bulk of them there.
Yep.
Grind these down. No, there are more creeps here.
I'd say so.
Jesus, that went.
Look at all the wargs.
Flowers everywhere.
Claws and paws, that's all there is.
And jars.
Well, yeah.
And Mars.
I can't wait for our pack episode.
Yeah. Wog is just such a fun class to play, even if it is extremely weak individually.
How are you supposed to see who you're going to hit with all these people?
Tab targeting.
Or check on the assist window. Whoever
Yep.
I have targeted is who you'd.
Which you probably don't have on. You have to go into the fellowship panel to turn that on, I guess. Or the group panel, or whatever it's called, social. Then
It's
under
taking the outpost right because everyone was leaving.
then other raid, there's a checkbox for the assist window.
Oops.
There we go.
Let's run down to lumber camp, I suppose, and see if we can.
Yep. This has actually been a pretty good episode.
Well, we haven't died too much.
That's why it's a good episode.
I mean, it was just pine leaf.
Yeah, but that's a given. The day that Pineleaf doesn't die and no one else dies in the same episode is a day to remember. Like, hopefully that'll be episode 50. Somehow Pineleaf finds that the warg is his calling.
What would his name be? Pine Warg.
Warg.
Pine
Break the
fir?
trend.
Alright, and bye. Our war leader's leaving. No worries. Misspelled. That's what happens when you have the mouse over the place you're typing.
By the looks of things, they killed him.
Probably.
Head to Crossroads. They tend to go there a lot.
Yep. Spread out a little bit.
Won't matter much if we see a freep on a horse because we don't have a walk to jump them.
The warg is gone. Alright, let's really fan out.
That way, when we see the creeps, we can build in piecemeal.
That way the Freeps only have to kill Pineleaf and the rest of us can survive.
So I usually get focus fired. What are we hitting? Oh, there's
I
two
don't know
freeps.
who's hitting
Where?
me.
Focus?
Oh, they're champions. No, it's champion and the captain.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to kill them.
I'm
Looks
trying to come
protected,
back.
though.
Let's try and see if the creeps show up. The other creeps. Worst thing happens is Pine Leaf dies. Which looks like it's definitely gonna happen.
I'm gonna die though. Focus the captain, as we said, because we're not gonna kill the guard champion with that around.
Yep. Oh, hello. See, you like
Whoa.
me now. And, oh, I actually got that through. I thought I was going to get interrupted for sure.
Yep, he bubbled there.
I sometimes think I should have called my own character Pine Bait instead of my pet.
His captain's running off.
Yeah, he's Camp is killing Mist though, and I can't stop him.
Oh, coming back. Pine Leaf, turn around. Let's save Mist. Oh, man.
Yeah, oh, that was a nice heal.
That was a nice joint heal.
Where'd the Cappy go?
He's still down there, but he picked up a warg. Cappy's a better target. Still.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Damn it. Get that warg in time.
Almost got him down.
Yes, but then he hits never surrender.
Yep, but that's okay.
Cappy's
Heals
hit
on
that
Mist.
stand.
Heals on Mist.
Okay, Cappy again.
Yep.
Get him. Pathetic that's taken this long to kill 2 Freeps.
They are high ranks though.
Still.
And this is probably one of the best combinations.
Yeah, this one's chugging store pots.
I could use some heals, please.
Okay, I'm coming.
Been kind of soloing the champ.
Guardian's dead. No, I get names mixed up. Captain's dead.
Champion's almost dead. Now he's just jumping to die.
Oh, I got the killing blow.
Nice.
That was
Alright,
nice.
let's head
the
towards lumber camp again.
The only creep who died was one who wasn't in the group.
Yep, that's always good.
I'm sure they'll have a different opinion.
Oh, they're probably bragging at the moment.
Seems to be clear.
Quests.
Yep, anybody that needs quests, go ahead and get them. And after we take this outpost, that'll be the end of the show.
Or attempt to take this outpost.
Or attempt to take the outpost.
What? You have doubts about our ability to...
I didn't at
Outpost?
first, finally, but Schurz was a very, very, he really talked me into it, so.
Yeah, that's why. Apparently there are Freeps at good TA.
Good.
TA.
I knew you were going to say that.
I had to.
Mm-hmm. It's actually part of the reason I said it that way, but anyway.
Outpost quickly. So we can help whoever's fighting those Freeps there, if anyone is.
Yep.
Of course, we don't want to get jumped while we're fighting these guys, because that's going to go wipe.
Alright, let's hope that one spreads to the others. Yes, it did. Oh, that was cool. I didn't know it could jump that far. That's nice.
What, a defiler with a disease or something?
No, the burning fire that I do.
Oh, burning fire.
It's called Explosive Gourd.
Yeah, very explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't do much damage, obviously, because it's...
Well, I'd consider it our best skill.
Well, I think your heals are better.
Well, yeah, but our best DPS skill.
Yeah, I suppose. Considering what else it has to contend with.
And better than some of our heals.
I don't know, whatever that one you have that, like, restores 10k morale or something like that.
That
The one
one's
you used
good.
on miss, the one you used on missed earlier. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you have to use the 15% modifier plus the other buffs, and then you can do a big heal like that.
Yeah. I was struggling really hard to keep her up.
But yeah, that one's Fell Restoration. But you have to have all the other buffs from your other heals. Hey, a
Right,
warg
that's-
joined us.
Same warg that was with us at Crossroads.
Cool. And Mist, if you can look on your character panel and then click on the war, which is down at the bottom. How close are you to your first rank?
I'm probably just over a third of the way through.
Okay,
have-
cool.
196 infamy.
Very nice.
Probably got enough loot to get over that with quests.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a couple of quests to hand back in that I kind of finished, and I got all these trophies, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them either.
Most
Yeah,
of the
that's-
items you can take over to, if you look on your map, the place on the left that's in the middle, just go over there and there's a building there that has a lot of quests that are like that.
There's various kits you can turn in those, but yeah, a lot of them are.
That's the one where you get your most for your time, I guess.
I would say TR has the most amount of quests. But obviously that one requires it to be read. Oh, I
Right.
just took another one. So we're still at 2-2.
Yep. So anyway, that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Fellowship of the Creeps. And next week we'll be doing the same thing, and then the week after that will be our Black Arrow special, which we are doing every 5 levels now, or every 5 episodes now. So be sure to look out for that, and we'll see you again next week. Anybody have any final thoughts before we head off?
Have fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Web responsibly.
Web responsibly? Nice. Alright, so we'll see you guys again next week.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, Lynn, well met friends. Andang here for a quick update. I'd like to thank a person for donating to LOTROplayers.com. And Joe Ursic actually donated to LOTROplayers.com, and he actually didn't ask for anything in return. He just donated out of the kindness of his heart. So we'd like to obviously give a big thanks to him. And also, if you would like to donate to LOTROplayers.com to help us cover our various costs of hosting fees, of the site and the domain name, and the podcast hosting, that would be awesome. You can go over to LOTROplayers.com and click in the right-hand corner. There's a donate button. You can click on that, and it will take you to the donate page that has all the information about $5 and $10 mentions, where if you donate $5 or more, you get mentioned on one LOTRO Players podcast, and if you donate $10 or more, you get to have whatever ad you want on all 6 podcasts of LOTROplayers.com that are participating right now. which is probably the best marketing bang for your buck that you get on the market. And it's just a one-time mention, and we'd love it if you guys could do that as well. And also, the money is going towards future giveaways and other stuff like that. So thank you all for your support to LOTROplayers.com, and we'll see you again for another episode of Fellowship of the Creeps next week. So bye for now, everyone. PVMP and dang, subscribe.